Every minute of our videos represents hours of dedication and hard work. We invest 2 full days into crafting a 20-minute story for you. Your subscription is a small but significant way to acknowledge our effort and fuel our journey. Please subscribe and join us in this adventure.
Once upon a time, in the heart of a bountiful green forest, there lived a group of animals who were the best of friends. There was Sammy the squirrel, with his fluffy tail and bright little eyes; Maggie the mouse, who was as quiet as the whispering winds, yet as quick as the rippling stream; Oliver the owl, the wise one, perched high in the branches, with his wide eyes always watching over; and Bella the bunny, whose ears were long and soft, and her hops sprightly and full of joy. This forest was no ordinary place. It was filled with wonders and magic, where the wild flowers sung softly in the breeze, and the trees danced slowly to the tune of the rustling leaves. Each morning, as the sun peeked over the horizon, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, our 4 friends would gather by the old willow tree, their beloved meeting spot. Sammy often arrived first, scampering down the tree, with an acorn tucked neatly in his tiny paws. Maggie would emerge from a hidden hole under the roots, her eyes bright with curiosity. Oliver would descend gracefully from his lofty branch, and Bella would bound over from the middle, her nose twitching with excitement at the start of a new day. Together they shared their dreams and plans, for in this forest, every day was an adventure waiting to unfold. They had explored the deepest caves, climbed the tallest trees, and even found secret paths that no other animals knew existed. But the true magic of their home was not in the landscapes or the hidden wonders. It was in the friendship they shared that made everything extraordinary. One morning, things were a little different. A strange hush had fallen over the forest, and the air was filled with a new scent, something sweet and yet unknown. Sammy, Maggie, Oliver, and Bella gathered as usual, but they could tell something was about to happen, something that would test their friendship in ways they had never imagined. As their curious eyes looked around, trying to unveil the secret of this change, a soft shimmering light appeared in the distance, beckoning them toward a part of the forest they had never dared to explore. It was from the direction of the enchanted glade, a place spoken of in whispers, and home to legends of old. Their hearts pounding with a mixture of excitement and fear. They made a pact to stick together, no matter what the day might bring. Holding on to their promise of friendship, they ventured towards the light, ready to discover the new adventure that awaited them. And so with paws, hooves, and wings at the ready, they stepped forward into the unknown, not knowing that this day would be a special one, that would weave their bond of friendship into a tale told for generations to come. In a lush and verdant forest, where mysteries unfurled in every corner, we meet our 4 faithful friends, each a marvel in their own right. Sammy the squirrel, agile and swift, with a magnificent bushy tail that fluttered behind him like a banner of chestnut brown. His tiny stores of acorns were the envy of all critters, but he shared his bounty generously, always with a cheeky wink in his gleaming eyes. Next there was Maggie the mouse, delicate and demure. Don't be deceived by her gentle demeanor, for her spirit was fierce, and her mind was as sharp as her nimble feet. She could navigate through the most intricate shrubbery, making her a master of hide and seek. The game she loved to play was her giggling friends. High above in the twisted bowels of an ancient oak resided Oliver the owl. His knowledge was vaster than the forest itself, and his sage advice was sought by all who knew him. Feathers the color of the night enveloped him, and his eyes, golden and penetrating, missed nothing. His hoot was a signal of safekeeping, and his presence brought a sense of peace to the woodland kin. Lastly, the darling of the dale, Bella the bunny, whose fluffy white tail bobbed as she hopped with unbridled zest. Her ears could catch the subtlest of sounds, from the soft skitter of a ladybug to the distant thunder on the horizon. Her warmth and cheerfulness were like the soft glow of sunrise that wrapped the forest in light. Each morning, their little congregation under the wise willow was a symphony of friendship and unity, sharing stories of their nocturnal escapades. In daybreak dreams, they reveled in the comfort of their togetherness. Through seasons of plenty and times of scarcity, their camaraderie was unwavering, each playing a part in the melodious rhythm of forest life. But on this day, the serene air hummed with a mysterious melody that spoke of change. As the friends came together, their senses were heightened, and a tingle of anticipation coursed through them. Something extraordinary was calling to them from the enchanted glade, something that would draw them closer, weaving their distinct threads into an eternal tapestry of friendship. And thus was each bringing their unique gifts to bear. Sammy's agility, Maggie's stealth, Oliver's wisdom, and Bella's warmth. They ready themselves, 4 hearts beating as one. They set forth, unbeknownst to them. The story of their intertwined fates would resonate through the trees, across the meadows, and into the annals of forest legend. With unfaltering trust in one another, they embarked on an adventure that would speak of the power and magic of friendship for ages to come. In the realm of whispering leaves and chiming wildflowers, Sammy, Maggie, Oliver, and Bella stood at the cusp of an unforeseen journey, a bond as strong as the ancient oaks had grown between them, rooted deep in the soil of trust, and nurtured by the waters of shared laughter. The fabric of their friendship was woven with threads of countless days spent together, illuminating the forest with the vibrant colors of their camaraderie. As the 4 friends embarked on their quest to unravel the mystery of the enchanted glade, the theme of friendship began to pulse more vigorously through the heart of the forest. It was as though the very air they breathed was laced with the essence of unity, guiding them with an unseen hand. Each step they took was a testament to the unspoken promise they held dear, to stay by each other's side through thickets and thorns. The challenges of the forest, however, were many. Steep ravines and tangled vines lay ahead, mysterious fog that clouded vision, and the whisper of uncertainty that rustled through the leaves. It was in these trials that the strengths of their bond would shine brightest. Sammy's speed helped them dodge falling branches. Maggie's stealth led them through hidden paths. Oliver's wisdom provided insight when they felt lost, and Bella's cheerfulness kept their spirits buoyant. Amidst obstacles, in moments where fear threatened to cast a shadow on their hearts, they found courage in their unity. Whenever one faltered, the others lent their strengths, be it a comforting word or a supportive nudge. This expedition was not just a journey through the untamed parts of the forest, but an exploration into the depths of their own hearts. Discovering that true friendship was their greatest adventure of all. As they faced each challenge, the animals realized that friendship was not a mere feeling, but an unwavering light that shone through adversity. With each difficulty bested, and every fear overcome, the legend of their bond grew, destined to be passed down through generations of forest dwellers. This enchanting voyage for the enchanted glade was far more than an exploration of the forest. It was a celebration of their unity, a sparkling mosaic, crafted from their individual strengths that, when pieced together, created a masterpiece of courage and love. The magic of their friendship was the most potent spell of all, cast not from a wand, but from the genuine hearts of four intrepid friends, who believed in one another. In the embrace of the rolling green canopy, Sammy, Maggie, Oliver, and Bella forged their tale. A story that would echo as a timeless reminder of the enchanting power of friendship within the forest and beyond. Deep within the enchanted glade, the air shimmered with magic, wrapping Sammy, Maggie, Oliver, and Bella in an aura of expectation. The lush underbrush, a tangle of vibrant green, hid secrets that beckoned the friends ever onward. The ground beneath their feet seemed to pulse with an ancient power, guiding them deeper into the heart of the glade. Their journey was not without strife. The path that wound through the enchanted glade was fraught with challenges, designed to test the very middle of their bond. They encountered thick brambles that snagged at their fur and feathers, and riddling trees that would not let them pass unless they answered deep, thought-provoking riddles. Maggie, with her dainty whiskers twitching deftly, threaded through the thorns, creating a safe path for her friends to follow. When faced with the riddling trees, it was Oliver, with his ageless wisdom, who pondered and proposed the answers that set them free. Yet the forest seemed alive, whispering secrets and watching with unseen eyes, as the four adventurers made their way bravely through its depths. They happened upon a wide river, its current swift and treacherous, seeming impossible to cross. Bella, with her strong hind legs, leapt with ease onto a series of stones, encouraging her friends with cheerful banter. One by one, guided by her enthusiastic energy, they hopped across the rocks, until all were safely on the other side. As night began to fall, the forest grew dark and full of strange noises. Shadows seemed to flit between the trees, and the once familiar forest now felt like a labyrinth of uncertainties. Sammy, ever resourceful, bounded up the highest tree to scout the way forward. From the canopy, he could see the glowing heart of the glade. Coming back down, he assured his friends that they were close, his sparkling eyes eager with anticipation. But the deepest trial came in the form of a mystical fog that settled over the land, separating the friends from each other. Each found themselves alone, their sight limited to only a short distance around them. The temptation to call out in panic was great, but they each remembered their promise to one another. They listened closely, and in the stillness of the mist, the soft sound of their friend's presence could be felt. They followed the comforting pulse of their steadfast bond, each taking tentative steps until the fog lifted, and they were reunited once again. Their perseverance had led them to the heart of the enchanted glade, where the strange, shimmering light they had seen from afar now enveloped them in warmth. There at the core of the magic stood the ancient amber tree, renowned in legend as the source of the glade's enchantment. Its trunk glowed with a golden light, and upon each of its great branches hung a multitude of precious stones, casting a kaleidoscope of colors. In the darkness, the amber tree spoke to them, in a voice as old as the forest itself, praising them for their unwavering commitment to one another. It offered each a gem, a symbol of the facets of their friendship: courage, wisdom, joy, and loyalty. As they each took their gem, the tree's magic swirled around them, solidifying their bond even further. In intertwining their fates, their adventure had not been without its perils, but through every difficulty faced, their friendship had proven unbreakable. The amber tree's gifts would remind them, and all the creatures of the forest, of the day when four friends triumphed over the unknown. Bound by the enchantment of their friendship, they returned to their homes with hearts full of memories, carrying with them the essence of true companionship. Tales of their journey would spread through the forest, inspiring all who heard of the tight-knit group that overcame every obstacle with the strength of their bond. And so the legend of Sammy the squirrel, Maggie the mouse, Oliver the owl, and Bella the bunny became a celebrated story within the forest, a timeless reminder that, no matter what trials lie ahead, the magic of friendship will always light the way. As our beloved quartet plunged deeper into the heart of the enchanted glade, destined to meet the wise amber tree, they encountered other denizens of the woods, who played crucial roles in their journey. Firstly, there was Felix the fox, a keen-eyed strategist, whose russet fur gleamed under the woodland canopy. Felix was often misunderstood as sly, but in truth, he possessed a heart of gold and a cunning mind, necessary for navigating the woods. As many tricks and trials, when the fog of isolation enshrouded the friends, it was Felix who taught them the echoing call that reunited them each time they used his method. Their camaraderie amplified in the silent woods. Next we met Clara the cardinal, whose crimson wings fluttered like the sunset skies. Clara was a messenger of the forest, darting through the trees with news and advice. It was she who had first caught glimpses of the light from the amber tree, and sensed the energy of the companions drawing near. When shadows crept in, and doubt fluttered in their hearts, her lilting song reminded them that light awaits. At the end of every shadow, Casper the beaver, industrious and robust, added his knowledge to the group's collective wisdom. His expertise in crafting bridges allowed the friends to traverse the wide, tumultuous river. His diligent work, chiseling away obstacles with his sturdy teeth, became a metaphor for overcoming life's barriers through perseverance and teamwork, strengthening the bonds of friendship with every log he placed. Finally the wise old tortoise Athena, who bore the history of the forest in the intricate patterns on her shell. Her slow, deliberate movements were a contrast to the useful vigor of the friends. Yet Athena taught them the value of patience and the importance of every individual's pace. Her tales of ancient friendships and past adventures laid the groundwork for the determination that fueled their quest. These characters were not merely passers-by in the story, but weavers of the rich tapestry that made the forest whole. As the friends face each challenge, from the entangling brambles to the mist of solitude, their new allies provided invaluable support, a reminder that friendship extended beyond their circle and included all heart-driven connections formed along the way. In the end, as the quartet reached the amber tree and received their cherished gems, a crystal and symbol for courage, Sammy wisdom, Oliver joy Bella, and loyalty Maggie, they understood that the tree's magic was but a reflection of their own. The sparkling gems held the light of the friendships they nurtured, illuminating the forest with the eternal glow of kinship, with hearts brimming with lessons learned, and spirits lifted by new alliances. Sammy, Maggie, Oliver, and Bella, alongside Felix, Clara, Casper, and Athena, became guardians of the forest's magic. Their legend, whispered through the leaves, sang by the birds, and echoed in the stillness of the woods, inspired every creature to cherish the enchantment of friendship, the most potent magic of all. In the heart of the enchanted glade, the air grew thick with suspense. The beauty and tranquility of the forest stood in stark contrast to the trials that were to unfurl, trials that would require every ounce of our heroic friends, courage, wisdom, joy, and loyalty, testing the very fabric of their friendship. As Sammy, Maggie, Oliver, and Bella moved forward, a low rumble echoed through the trees. The earth beneath their feet quivered, and they exchanged worried glances. The forest was speaking, urging them to question their resolve. Was the magic of their bond strong enough to withstand the forces that conspired to challenge them? Suddenly the ground split open, revealing a gaping chasm that threatened to swallow the very path they walked on. Quick as a flash, Sammy darted to a nearby rock, anchoring his tiny body against a tree root that stretched across the divide. His bravery shone like a beacon as he became the first to leap over the chasm, his bushy tail streaming behind him. Maggie soon followed, her small form barely visible against the looming darkness. As she skillfully clambered across the root, guided by Sammy's encouraging cheers, Oliver spread his wide wings, gliding over the chasm with a wisdom that reassured his friends that there was a way over every obstacle. And Bella, though trembling with nervous energy, took a series of deep breaths, hopped with all her might, and landed gracefully on the other side, her ears twitching in triumph. No sooner had they overcome this first obstacle than they heard a series of high-pitched shrieks. A band of mischievous pixies emerged from the undergrowth, their iridescent wings fluttering in the dappled sunlight. These woodland sprites loved to confound travelers with their devious puzzles, and they blocked the friends' path, demanding an answer to their riddles. Before they could proceed, It took every bit of Oliver's vast knowledge to solve the riddles, each more perplexing than the last. But with each correct answer given, the pixies clapped their delight and flew away, one by one until the path was clear. Their shared intellect and trust in Oliver's wisdom allowed the friends to move on, deeper into the mysteries of the glade. Storm clouds gathered above, sending streaks of lightning, fracturing the sky. A fierce wind whipped through the trees. As the forest darkened, the animals' fur bristled against the sudden chill. The friends huddled together, but it was Maggie's still, small voice that offered a plan. They sought shelter in a hollow log, their close proximity a comfort against the fearsome gale outside. Unknown to them, this hollow was the whispering chamber of the forest, where it was said the trees absorbed the tales of courage and whispered them back as legends. Within this sanctuary, their shared experiences became the stories that would uphold their bravery for ages. As the storm raged, they each shared their tales of strengths, recounting moments where their friends' courage had bolstered their own. With every story told, the storm outside seemed to grow less daunting, and the bond between them deepened. By the time the tempest subsided, leaving a calmness that was nearly palpable, they realized their collective resolve could weather any tempest. The air around them shimmered anew with the magic of the enchanted glade, and as they stepped out from the refuge of the hollow log, they were met with a sight that took their breath away. The storm had washed away an illusionary barrier, revealing the final path to the amber tree, radiant and inviting. Their hearts swelled with anticipation. The beating drum of their friendship was leading them to the climax of their adventure. It was clear the essence of their friendship had guided them through the perils that lie hidden in the beauty of the enchanted glade, turning every trial into an opportunity for their companionship to shine. Their deep-rooted unity, fostered through countless seasons, was a true magic at play, magic that was about to manifest in ways they never imagined. As they neared the heart of the forest's enchantment, after braving the chasm's depths, outwitting playful pixies, and sheltering through torrents of a fearsome storm, Sammy, Maggie, Oliver, and Bella stood awestruck before the glowing amber tree. The warmth from the golden light enveloped them, erasing the fatigue that clung to their fur and feathers. With each step toward the tree, they felt a resonance with the forest around them, a harmony that flowed through every root, branch, and leaf. With bated breath, they approached the tree, its aura of magic palpable in the air. The amber tree, ancient and wise, recognized the strength and purity of their friendship, a bond that had been tested and proven true. Under the forest's watchful eyes, the tree's branches lowered, and from them dropped 4 luminescent gems, each holding the essence of the trials they overcame. In the camaraderie they exemplified, Sammy's gem was a fiery topaz, symbolizing his courage that had spurred them forward at each challenging juncture. Maggie's was a sapphire deep blue, as her loyalty, unwavering and steadfast. For Oliver, an emerald gem shone, reflecting the wisdom that had guided them through the forest's riddles. And for Bella, a radiant quartz, Twinkling was the joy she had infused into their journey. As they each took their respective gems, a profound sense of unity swept through their hearts. The amber tree spoken, a voice that rustled through the leaves. With these gifts, bear witness to your union, not only amongst yourselves, but with the forest you call home. The roots of your friendship have intertwined with the land, and from this day forth, every creature shall know of the wondrous tale of courage, wisdom, joy, and loyalty that bind you. This is the emblem of eternal togetherness. And as long as you hold these virtues dear, the enchantment of your bond will never fade. The friends exchanged a look of understanding and reverence. They realized that the gems were not just symbols, but were the embodiment of their shared experiences, the lessons learned and the trust turned. With their gifts in paw, wing, and claw, they felt the enchantment of their friendship pulsate through the forest. It spread to every critter and crept into every nook, whispering the tale of the four friends who had ventured into the unknown and emerged as legends. Felix the fox, Clara the cardinal, Casper the beaver, and Athena the tortoise, who had become a part of their saga, joined them in the clearing. Together they celebrated the victory of friendship over any trial, dancing under the ethereal light of the amber tree. Laughter and song fused with the hum of the forest, creating a melody that would echo perpetually through the woods. In the days that followed, the enchanted glade thrived with new vigor. The tale of Sammy, Maggie, Oliver, and Bella was recounted to every young sapling in new bloom. The forest dwellers, inspired by the story, nurtured their friendships, knowing that it was a pure-hearted connections, born of sincerity and shared hardships that protected and energized their burdened home. As seasons changed, the gems bestowed upon the friends by the amber tree became known as the gems of togetherness, kept safe and passed down as sacred relics. They were a constant reminder to all that the wonders of the forest were vast, but none were as profound or powerful as the magic of friendship. And so concludes the enchanting tale of true friends, who discovered that no matter the darkness of the storms they faced, through the perilous paths they traversed, their friendship was a beacon, leading them back to one another and forward into adventure. In the perpetual embrace of the forest, the legend of their bond thrived, illuminating the truth that when hearts are woven together in genuine companionship, the enchantment of that friendship can conquer any trial, bind any wound, and kindle a light that will glimmer through time unending.